The Boondocks Saints is a very fun, gory and overall unhinged movie. It is a cult classic movie that follows two Irish-American brothers in 90s Boston. They accidentally kill a mafia member after an altercation in a bar. After that incident, they came to the conclusion that their purpose is hunting down and killing evil men. Their first target is the mafia. William Dafoe plays FBI detective Paul Smecker, who is chasing the pair of Vigilante brothers. Detective Smecker is a very flamboyant and capable detective who takes his job very seriously. William Dafoe is known as a very expressive actor. With his very distinctive expressions and impressive range, he has played many unhinged characters that have become cult classics, from Norman Osborn in Spider-Man to Thomas Wake in The Lighthouse. But his role as Paul Smecker in Boondocks Saints is by far his most unhinged and wildest character to date. His character is easily the most memorable person in the movie. There are two scenes in the movie that showcase the absurdity of his character and the ability that William Dafoe has to portray him successfully. The first is the scene where Detective Smecker examines a crime scene where there was a firefight.
There was a firefight!
When recalling the firefight, he starts dancing majestically with a visible sense of euphoria on his face. He is at this point in a visibly rough state with his shirt untucked and tie loose. He moves around the scene with a sense of excitement as if he gets off at the chaos that occurred. And at the climax, he sets off a couple shots to the sky while he expresses on what could only be described as a battle cry. When he calms down, we find out that this whole time he was surrounded by other cops. I could only imagine what was going through their minds, seeing an FBI agent dancing around in a manic manner, looking like a Japanese salaryman after a wild night of drinking. Also, how could they be calm after seeing him shoot multiple shots to the sky? This scene was truly unhinged. If you thought that was unhinged, the next scene will shock you. In one scene, a woman appears in front of a mafia house. It seems to be a prostitute. The prostitute seduces one of the mafia men and enters the house. But the prostitute seems familiar. It's none other than Paul Smecker. This man infiltrated a mafia compound by posing as a very ugly prostitute. Once inside, he disarmed and shot all the members. William Dafoe is the only actor I could think of who could pull this off without making it look like a comedy scene. He was anxious and tense when moving through the house, killing the men one by one. He showcased a variety of emotions going through Smecker's mind whilst also displaying the absurdity of his external appearance. This movie was a hot mess full of violence, dramatic slow-mos, and ridiculous characters. One of those characters is Rocco. Rocco is a good friend of the brothers, and let's just say he goes through a lot in this movie. Rocco is a low-level mob member and is a package boy for the Yacavetta mafia family. He is constantly ridiculed by the other members who don't take him seriously, and because of that, he does many rash things in this movie. For example, in the beginning, he was the reason that the fight with the Russian mob members occurred in the bar. This led to them being killed by the brothers, ultimately starting their vigilante journey. Later on, Rocco finds out that the brothers are hunting down mob members and decides to join them. At this moment, they are drinking and acting like the idiots they are. They are drunk, playing around with pistols in a room full of guns. Then, in a drunken fit, Rocco slams the table with a shotgun on it and shoots the cat of his prostitute girlfriend. The cat ends up completely splattered on the wall. I don't know how that's possible, but it just happened. But wait, surely he could not top that. Think again. After the brothers told him that the mafia betrayed him, he didn't listen to them and decided to go to their restaurant, where he found out that the brothers were right. So what does the sensible and mentally stable Rocco do? He kills two mafia members and the bartender without thinking about it. In broad daylight, might I add. So after this, the three of them start a war with the mafia. They end up hunting the mafia members one by one, but unfortunately, it does not end good for Rocco.